All right, everyone, we will now talk about the movie industry, and we have our film expert, Jason, in the studio. Time for Showbiz Theater.
Hello, Adrian.
Yes.
Always a pleasure. How's it going?
I'm good, happy to see you again. And I know we'll be talking about an interesting movie today. I don't know if you checked the calendar, but we're already in February.
Yeah, it's incredible how quickly time flies by.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we're already in February because I'm not a fan of the winter, so spring is fast approaching, although it doesn't feel that way at the moment.
Yeah, well, guess what? We're going to heat things up a little bit here with the movie we'll talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very interesting movie that features three big female actresses.
Yeah, actually, I think I heard that it was an equivalent version of Sex and the City, but for Korea.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about it, so let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Today's film is The Law of Pleasures, featuring three big Korean actresses, Moon So-ri, Jung-hwa, and Cho Min-si. Successful single woman Shin Hye dates younger guys. Mi-eun is a provocative housewife who confidently asks for what she wants. And Hae-young is a single mum who is secretly dating behind her daughter's back. These ladies are in their 40s, and the three friends believe that they are in their prime. They have wounds and concerns, but the ladies are lustful, enjoy life, and do their best in work and love. It's the movie The Law of Pleasures.
So Jason, let's talk about this Korean version of Sex and the City with three charming actresses who talk about their love lives, basically.
Yeah, like you say, it's loads of comparisons to Sex and the City. This film focuses on three females. Film as a whole generally focuses on male characters, and females often play the supporting leads.
So this is quite unique.
It is unique, and it's unique for Korean cinema. It's something that we should embrace, I think. And it's just three very, very talented actresses. We'll begin with Cho Min-soo, who we saw from the award-winning film Pieta, directed by Kim Gi-ra, which picked up the Golden Lion in Venice. And here she plays this housewife, this single mum who has a very difficult daughter, but so she also has a boyfriend. And so it's a very interesting and often precarious situation. But again, this, I think, role fits her quite well. She often plays these rather nuanced characters. There's a lot of soul to her performance, and she really brings something very distinctive to every film that she's in.
And like it happens very often, the boyfriend doesn't really understand her, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's move on to the second person. We have Moon So-ri, and she also plays an important role here in this movie.
Yeah, Moon So-ri, a fantastic actress. She has won acclaim for many performances. She was in Oasis by Lee Chang-dong, a marvelous film. She was in Spy, a film from last year, and she's just an incredible actress with so much strength. And here she plays this housewife, and I think she starts suspecting her husband of having an affair. But she's also a very independent woman, a very determined woman, and as per usual, very attractive. She's in her 40s, but she always brings a special charm to her roles. I think she's a terrific actress. It reminded me of a performance in A Good Lawyer's Wife a little bit. So yeah, I'm very happy that she was in this film.
So that's the second character out of the three. Now the last one is also a top-notch actress. It's Jung-hwa, and she's been in numerous movies in the past.
Jung-hwa, oh my goodness, she is we're talking about loads of actresses here, and I keep saying they're great and they're great. It just goes to show how many talented actresses there are in Korea. But Jung-hwa is a really good, all-round talented individual. She can sing, she can act, and she's been in countless films. She's been in A Dancing Queen, she was in Princess Aurora, which I loved as well. She was in All for Love. It's just the numerous titles there that she's been in. And here she plays a producer, a TV producer, and she starts dating a younger guy, and I think she's rather self-conscious of that fact. Again, she brings her very distinctive personality, her persona to her performance. And
I think it's going to be hilarious seeing her dating a younger guy in the movie.
Yeah, and she's playing a woman in her 40s here. Now, she was in Singles, which was made back in 2003, where she played a woman in her 30s, which was by the same director.
Oh, okay.
And so it's great to see her be a part of this film. I wonder, will there be a series? You know, we've got Singles, we have this movie, will we have another movie 10 years later?
We'll have to wait and see. Why not? Okay, so we'll keep an eye out on the roles and maybe the chemistry between all these characters in the movie.
Absolutely, check it out.
Yep. Now, you know, Jason, I'll be also looking forward to this movie because I'm going to get to learn a lot from ladies in their 40s. And they actually say that the 40s are the new 20s, you know? So it's going to be interesting. And I'm sure many ladies watching this movie will be able to relate to at least one of the characters.
Yeah, and I think it can be educational as well because we get to see the lives from these three individuals from their perspective. Like you say, I think it's very, very interesting that it's they're in their 40s rather than just in their 20s. And so I'm very, very happy. I'm really getting behind this film because I think it's something that should be embraced. Three individuals being focused on not just in their 20s, but in their 40s.
Yeah,
so.
and you have basically all the cases possible. So you have like the married woman case, and then you have the single mom case, and then you have the person who's just not married.
Yeah, and interested in a younger guy, and that's often a taboo, and so that's something that's kind of addressed, I think. And you have someone that's in a marriage, but she's suspecting that he's having an affair, but she's also very independent and very flirtatious. And so it's interesting, and I think it will be interesting to see what kind of audience this film attracts.
And I heard actually that the movie was also very straightforward, so they're not afraid to tackle issues like love and sex very freely in the movie as well.
Yeah, it's good to see the director Conchilin tackling these issues head on. The script actually won an award by one of the film companies here in Korea. So the script, I think, was seen as something that had a lot of potential. That's always a good sign. And it follows on quite well from the director's work, 2003 Singles, which follows three women in their 30s. And so we flash forward now to three women in their 40s. And so
maybe we'll have the 50s later.
Well, yeah, that's what I said earlier. You know, I think it should be like a series or a trilogy even, because this Singles was very, very highly regarded. It was a commercial hit. I think this has the potential to do so, and I think the question I would ask the director is, where's number 3? But you'd have to wait 10 years.
Yeah,
so.
Well, it's okay. We'll be patient.
Yeah.
Now, Jung-hwa, she actually worked with him in the past before, right?
Singles. She was in Singles. She played a lead role or one of the characters in that film.
Okay.
And so, yeah, cool. She returns.
Now, Jason, there is one last thing we really have to mention before we say goodbye here, is that this movie, The Law of Pleasures, was the first Korean movie to abide by all these, you know, working standards for the staff.
Yeah, this is something that should really be encouraged and embraced. I think it's something called the work standard contract, which was drawn up. It wasn't just drawn up, it was actually adhered to as well. And so we have things such as 30-minute breaks for every 4 hours, additional labour payments, insurance policies, and they all receive monthly payments too. One of the things actually was interesting with regards to when Bong Joon-ho, Park Chang-ho, Kim Ji-yoon worked on international projects is that they had to adhere to particular policies in terms of labour unions and whatnot.
Sure.
A lot of the crews weren't allowed to work for 4 hours without a break. And it's great to see that coming to fruition here in Korea.
In Korea, because this never existed before and no one really went by the rules.
Yeah, and I think the industry had a bit of a reputation for the poor working conditions, and it can be very difficult, especially for some of the staff that have to get there very early. They have to set up, then the film is being shot, and then they have to make sure that everything's put back in its place.
Sometimes pulling all-nighters, not sleeping at all, and not getting money for that.
Yeah, not sleeping at all, and yeah, it's very, very encouraging that this film has followed this contract. I hope other films follow it. I mean, it's a win-win situation. Yeah. The budget for this film was $3 million, so it wasn't a massive budget movie.
But they made it.
Yet they managed to follow these conditions, and so I think it should set an example, and I hope, and I'm confident that other films will follow suit.
Okay, well, hopefully this movie will be a great stepping stone for other productions in the past, starting from this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much for your details here on the movie The Law of Pleasures, focusing on the love lives of women in their 40s with 3 amazing, talented actresses.
Exactly. It's an absolute pleasure as always.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Now, viewers, I hope you enjoyed Showbiz Theater today. We'll have more details for you, and we'll have another movie in store next week again.
Bye-bye.